On Netflix, I watched one of my favorite movies, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. This movie is absolutely fantastic. 4 out of 4 stars. You've probably seen this already if you're watching this video, because I know how YouTube works. So, Matthew Broderick plays the titular Ferris Bueller. He is a sort of everyman at the school. He's in with every crowd. Though he's not a jock, everybody thinks he's a righteous dude. And he wants to take a day off school, have this big revelation day with his buddy Cameron Fry, no relation, and take their, well, his dad's 1961 California 250 GT Spider, the Spider California, whatever. Anyways, this is a car that now costs like 30 million bucks. And they want to take that into Chicago for a day. And on the way there, he's going to sort of kidnap his girlfriend Sloane, say she needs to get out of school. And this was going to be a big event for her also. And as this is all going about, they head to Chicago. The principal is in pursuit of them. And also, Ferris's sister seems to think something is amiss also, and is trying to get to the bottom of it. And this is a fun movie for just about everybody. I mean, you got something for everybody to like. The attempts at comedy work well. You have your more grandiose, touching moments of this high school guy understanding that life is passing by, all this kind of stuff. And he wants to just take one moment to kind of show his buddy Cameron what life's all about. This guy who's really down in the dumps. And everybody has their moments. I'm not going to go through all of this stuff, but you got even little tiny termite art bright spots here. Like when they go to the Chicago Art Museum and they're just kind of walking around, and then all of a sudden they're holding hands with this school, this, I don't know, what, 4th grade class and stuff, and they're just kind of enjoying the day, and it's very introspective like. But then you also have a lot of fun moments. You know, you like the principal here, Jeffrey Jones, even though later in life it would be revealed that he got into some shady stuff. And so he's in pursuit, and everything, all these shenanigans are occurring to him. And at the same time, Ferris is trying to avoid his parents. But I do like this bit where the principal, he's going down the hallway, and he doesn't want anybody to see him run. So as he goes by the doors of the classrooms, he slows down and goes to like a power walk. And then it just kind of, it's nothing that is ever explained, but it's something understandable to anybody who's in high school. And I think that's part of why John Hughes really connected with the teenagers. This is in the 80s, that is. This is the best teenager movie of the 80s, bar none. And John Hughes really got that. You know, he understood what it's like to be a kid at the time, how to put this in a presentable fashion that was fun for everybody, that everybody could connect with, and that wouldn't really exclude anybody, or you wouldn't be like, oh, I don't want to watch out for my parents. So, as they're going on, they find out they got too many miles racked up on the Ferrari. Cameron's dad's going to realize what was up. And you're like, okay, we'll just drive backwards, take the miles off. Well, that doesn't work. The guy completely wigs out over how his dad loved the car more than him. And, you know, I think we all can kind of relate to that. Sometimes maybe we feel like our parents have a possession that means more to them than we do. Not that my parents were ever rich enough for that to be a case, but maybe in yours. He bashes up the Ferrari, and they're like, okay, you know what, I'll just tell him I made a mistake, and then all of a sudden the thing goes flying off the roof, well, off the floor of this garage, crashes into the trees, and it is completely dead. And now he's like comatose, but he's like, you know what, I'm gonna man up to the old man. It's gonna work out. And you got great music throughout. There isn't really a bad song in here. There's stuff contemporary to the day in '86, and stuff older too. Beatles' Twist and Shout cover as they are going through this parade in Chicago. And just got a lot of fun moments. It's a beautiful looking movie too. A lot better looking than today's shit, where it looks like it's been tarnished with digital intermediates and color correction gone awry. You know, this looks like real life. and also that house that Cameron's house, it was like up for sale. Pretty small house, but I think they wanted like $4 million. We're having some hard time moving it. This was some years back. So then Ferris Bueller drops off his girlfriend Sloane, and he's on a race back to the house. He's got to beat his parents home, and you got this fun song playing as he gets in this foot chase down the street. And he goes by his dad, his sisters on the way home and stuff too. And she had an eventful day herself, even got arrested and got to hang out with Charlie Sheen briefly. He has a little cameo moment, playing basically himself, this drug dealer. He looks very high while he's at the police station. And so she kind of hits off with him, but she has to get back to the house. She knows Ferris is up to something no good. And Ferris is having trouble getting home too, but I do like this moment where there's these two babes like in bikinis, and they're on these lawn chairs tanning away, and Ferris is running by do 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 boom 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 dun 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 dun, and then he walks back and he's like, hey, Ferris Bueller, and it's like, you know, you got your priorities, dude. Even though we know that you're really into Sloane, I think this guy isn't so sure if that'll work out in the long term or not. But it's just a fun little moment, right? And this movie does a lot of these kind of like almost fourth wall breaking bits, even when there is a lot of fourth wall breaking in the narrative of Ferris Bueller addressing the camera. But hey, it's done in a fun way that it doesn't seem obnoxious. And I realize Annie Hall beat it to this, but I feel like everybody who does the I'm the star of the movie and I'm narrating, especially when it's a teenager, or, well, he's playing a teenager, I always feel like that's a reference to Ferris Bueller's Day Off. And so a movie like Easy A feels a lot like a John Hughes ripoff, like just down the road. Or even movies he didn't make, like 80s teen movies ripped off all at once. That's what Easy A was. And you're like, oh, nostalgia, I'm gonna give this a good score. Let's make Emma Stone famous. So anyways, Jenny, is it Jenny? Is that his sister's name? God damn it. Shauna, Jean. Did she go by two names? There was something about that musical cue with Charlie Sheen. So, she comes home, but finds the principal there, who she thought was going to rape her earlier. And she actually saves Ferris. You know, she takes his side, lets him get away with it. He heads back up to bed, where he is pretending to be sick, and his parents fall for it. And it works out. And then, of course, the principal, he's really disheveled, torn up, caked in mud, been attacked by a dog, all kinds of shit. And he's getting his bus ride, I guess, back to school. And, like, there's a weird kid who offers him, like, a gummy bear they found in a seat. It's strange. And then, of course, at the very end, credits roll, Ferris is there, Matthew Broderick, he's like, hey, you're still here? Well, get going. Bye. You know, this is a fun movie. I don't really see how anybody could dislike this. I haven't looked. I'm sure it's damn close to 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. And, yeah, like I'd said earlier, License to Drive tried to rip this off hard. Ferris Bueller's Day Off, 4 out of 4. Hope you guys like it.